you've described how there's this economic elite that increasingly controls politics or influences politics for its own benefit. So if the rich, dominate politics to that extent, how could, say, a wealth tax be implemented?
I think it makes it very difficult to move, because you would really have to ask people who are benefiting from the system and who are controlling the system that they should tax themselves and they should limit their own influence. I think it's quite difficult, and I think we have not paid sufficient attention to that. There is, of course, a general perception that populism is the threat. Now, not going into the discussion of what is populism, how to define populism, and so on. I think there's sort of a more plutocratic, de facto plutocratic capitalism, in my opinion, is a more present danger. And we sort of forget about that. And I think actually there is a nice work done, for example, on the control of the media by very rich people. I mean, taking, for example, now, of course, Elon Musk has bought Twitter, but before that, Jeff Bezos has bought the Washington Post. The Atlantic magazine is owned by the widow and money of Steve Jobs. So essentially, we have accepted that rich people can own the media. And by owning the media, you are, of course, creating the sort of intellectual milieu, the atmospherics, whereby you influence what is considered acceptable policy or not acceptable policy, and so on. And this is in addition to their direct influence, particularly in the US, through contributions to electoral campaign. So you have really two big influencers. And for example, there is this very interesting book, I mentioned it in my own book, In Capitalism Alone, about dark money. So you basically have influence of the rich over the contributions to the university system, which actually I'm a beneficiary, because the Stone Center was founded by a rich person, But the question is raised, do rich people is the educational system going to really depend on the rich people? So that's one. Secondly, the control of the media. Thirdly, the electoral contributions. So if you put all of this together, you de facto create an atmosphere where an alternative policy is very difficult. You can envisage that theoretically, but how to push through with that is very, very difficult. And that's why I think it is really quite kind of, how should I say, it does undermine the system of approximately equal political power across individuals. So I don't want to use the big word like democracy and stuff like that. I just want to say, ideally, we would like to have approximately equal political power for all individuals. And clearly we don't have.